We're drinking some homebrew today, but not homebrew that. Oh, Jonas, I forgot. Here's your other truck.
There you go.
That either of us brewed. It's brewed by Scott Out East.
Scott Out East. SOE.
It's funny. We got that nickname many years ago somehow. This is Janet's Brown, which I believe is a Tasty McDole recipe, and it was brewed a few months ago. November, we're in early February here, so it's. He's looking for coins. No, I don't know. And it's quite nice. It has a good brown-ish character. I mean, I don't know. We're out in the really bright sunshine. I don't know if it's you would parse the color, much. I think it's pretty brown.
Yeah, it's brown.
Especially if you're like inside, not
right.
Like,
it's almost like
sun.
that Newcastle brown, not so much like Great Northern Porter brown, which the beer itself.
Okay.
We should say that we've each brewed one of these as part of a project with like 3 other people. We
I don't think I did, but
oh, I thought you did.
no, I don't think I did that one.
Okay, but we paid our tributes. I remember bringing you a box of all the everybody else's box.
Hey man,
Anyway,
The Godfather.
yeah, no, this is about the color spot on. Sometimes a little darker maybe, but I don't think it's essential.
I saw in his notes that he added hops during active fermentation. I don't know. I think I get a little bit of hops on the nose, but this is a thing where like he kegged it, put some in the bottle from the tap, nailed it. It's just gonna be different than getting it straight from the tap.
Right.
That's the point. You're gonna lose, I think, some of that aroma.
Having had half a dozen examples maybe in the last couple of years, and then many examples over the years at like HomebrewCon, because like Quaff brews it a lot and stuff. Pretty spot on. It's not. It always kind of like highlights those American citrusy, piney hops. It kind of just does a twist. There's a reason that like Jamil has a standard American brown ale recipe, but then also spotlights this as kind of like a riff on a classic, because it does do some other things that like your normal American brown might not. It's a little richer body, I think.
Yeah, there's a pound of Crystal 40 I saw, so that's kind of a lot of that. Half a pound of chocolate. I think there was a little bit of Munich, maybe like 1 pound of Munich, 1 pound of wheat, carrot pills, and
There's
then
wheat malt, and then he has Maris Otter.
That's right.
I think might be more typically like a 2-row.
yeah, I don't know if that was his own take. I think he told me, and I think I forgot. I don't know about the original recipe, but it does drink pretty nice. There's a reasonable bitterness, but and it finishes a little bit bitter in the finish. A little bit of a linger. It makes you want to take the next sip, but it's a perfectly drinkable, nicely brewed beer. Good job.
Yeah, the malt is kind of black tea and chocolatey to me. Again, kind of finishes with a nice rounder richness than a lot of American browns might, that almost go like brown IPA-ish. This has, I think, a little more softer malt character in the end, a little more.
I mean, I feel like a brown ale by its nature should have a malt character. It's not going to be like a West Coast IPA, cold IPA, Pilsner, well, a richer malt character, yeah. And this has that. And it's yummy. And now next
gone.
we got one more homebrew. And hopefully maybe we'll go outside.
Rest in peace, Tasty. Rest in peace, Janet. Are my slippers in frame?
I don't know.
Fucking upper Midwesterners, man. We're
They're not actually, I think.
But if I kick them up here, it's fine.
Yeah,
Right,
nobody's
over there mainly, okay?
Nobody will even notice.
Is there ice over there?
Yeah, there is. There is ice. All right, we are rolling.
There's ice right there, okay?
Slippery.
Be careful.
We're rolling. Beer number 2, the final homebrew, and we're out on the steps. Just eat it.
I told you there was ice there.
Oh man.
That's all right.
You all right?
We'll make it.
Yup. That's good. Actually he made one of my recipes. I make an India Black Lager. I called it one time None More Black in honor of Spinal Tap. The cover of the Spinal Tap record. None More Black. Anyway, this beer from Scott Oh my god.
Out east.
He just went underneath the iPod. I was like, this is gonna not end well.
Let's do this
You're
quick.
okay.
Get your shovel.
Is old. It's an old homebrew. It's coming up on actually like a year old. So, it's not gonna have the hop impact that this beer has. Oh, you're up on the top step. I like that.
Oh.
Oh,
I'm gonna go to. Oh wait, it's like the Scooby
like
Doo.
a game. However, it's not awful. So that is a testament to the brewing and the packaging and the preservation of it. And plus, again, it got filled into a bottle and then shipped over here.
Yeah, no, I think it's like a very roasty. I mean, it's still got bitterness. It probably doesn't have the hop aroma and flavor that it once did, but I still
Right.
get a lot of that. It's very, like I told you beforehand, it reminds me of a local beer that intentionally is kind of like overly roasty and overly hoppy, intentionally to just be like in your face.
Well,
It seems like that with a little of the hop.
there's
faded.
like a black. I mean, we had a whole thing of Cascadian dark ales.
Yeah.
You know, for like a long time, and in fact, if I think about it, that's probably what my intention was
Well, of
modeled
course.
after.
It's a black
right?
IPA
Black
that's a
IPA.
lager.
Yeah, exactly. So it is just kind of like, and there's varying degrees of that. You can have like a slightly hoppy, black ale that's has a little bit of more bitterness than like a porter or stout.
Right, yeah.
Or you can have, like when I make this beer, and probably this beer 10 months ago was just like kind of like an IPA with also just a lot of really rich and roasty malt character. But this is still holding up. It's has a roasted character that has not faded away, and then it has some bitterness.
It's
as
definitely
well.
got the spirit of a stout. I'd almost just call it like an American stout at this point, but a lager. So whatever
Yeah.
the hell you call that.
I think it has enough of a
Baltic stout.
rich character.
Stop. Thank you.
Hammer time. Boo doo doo doo. You can walk around there carefully, probably. Yeah, he made it. He made it. So,
All right.
yeah, I know, Scott, you've been talking about sending this for some time. Here it is. It made it after all this time. And when you got sent here, this whole box of stuff he sent, it was like 0 and below 0. And we're like, oh, man, after all this time, now there's a potential of
it
freezing
in a warehouse somewhere all weekend.
It all made it. I got 4 glass bottles and I think 4 cans. And they all made it. So cheers to that. And maybe we'll try one or so of the cans. And that's about it. That's going to about do it.
See?
From the cold land of St.
Say cheers, Scott out east. Scott out east.
A little guffaw. All right, everybody. Stay tuned for more brewing videos and tasting notes.